Hi, today Who Cares, and on my today's video I want to talk about the PlayStation Showcase we get next week, and I'll talk about what I expect and what my hopeful things will be on the show, basically. And yeah, before you all say, I'm not a console fanboy, I got all three consoles, it all got the positives and negatives, and yeah, I'm planning to do an Xbox One soon. So, since this is PlayStation's big E3 showcase, I am counting this as an E3 showcase, as E3 is now dead. You know what I mean? It's quite sad because E3 is one of those things that I'm looking forward to. Make that week of new announcement, your excitement of the games. You know what I mean? It's like a geek E week. You know what I mean, for gamers. You know what I mean? And basically, this is their going to E3 show, and counts as it's over now long, and they're going to announce PS5 software and at the same time PSVR 2 software. So I'm going to focus more on the PS5 software because with the VR I don't have one and I'm not planning to get one. Again, for multiple reasons. One, my eyes. Yeah, I know you can wear glasses with them, but I don't play VR games more than half an hour. Trust me, I tried it. And be honest with you, I don't want to pay £500 for a VR helmet where I need a console with I had to get the Oculus for that. At the same time, what I call it, I don't want to pay £500 for like half an hour, you know what I mean? I'll pay at a time. Why don't you use that money for something else, you know what I mean? So, again, I'm not dissing it, but I'll be more focused on the PlayStation 5 titles. So, the first one I'm going to mention, and I think this is going to be the most obvious one, and I think this most probably going to open the show, is Spider-Man 2. I think this is the game that everyone's hyped for, including me. I can't wait for it. And I think, especially if it's coming out in September or October, like reports are saying, it needs to start, give us a release date and start hyping it up for the next couple of months. So, I think that's going to be the open trailer. It goes off the bit of the story, new mechanics, gameplay, and it probably, like I said, a release date at the end of it. I think another thing going out afterwards is another update, like a teaser. I'm not sure about gameplay, but I hopeful of gameplay of Wolverine, Marvel Wolverine, which I think it might show a bit more of that on this show too. Because just the thing, I'll be honest now, after Final Fantasy next month, we have to talk about that later on, and what I call Spider-Man end of the year, what the other titles going to say, I can't wait for it, you know what I mean? So I think now Sony needs to start announcing these titles coming out in the next year or two, you know what I mean? So I think, yeah. So, and talking about Final Fantasy, which I'm going to mention now, I think also no bit of that. With to me, I think I see enough of it. I'm going to buy it no matter what. I'm a big fan of the franchise. But I think we'll see a bit more of that. Probably a day one demo we might get. Because they all report that we are getting a demo for this game. But I'm thinking it could show off the demo here. And I think one of my hopeful things, which I hope they do so, is Final Fantasy VII Part 2. The second part of the Final Fantasy VII remake. I hope they show that more in this show, which I think it should. But again, I doubt it. Again, it's one of those things with Square Enix that you think you're going to do, but it's not, you know what I mean? So I think Final Fantasy, that is going to be part of the show too. Then, the problem with my next two could be the last part of the show, that end the show, that mind blown me. Which are, I think, the first one is wishful thinking, but I think it's well too soon for it. Especially to talk about making another IP first, which is Last of Us Part 3. I think I want to happen. I do want to happen. I think it will happen. Especially, the TV show done well. The games sell well. Especially, the remaster, remake of, we got last year. That's so well some reason, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know the PC version has gone a bit fucked, you know what I mean? But I still think we are going to, eventually we are going to part 3. But we'll be honest, so I very wishful think. I think, no, what I said, it'll probably work on a new IP, which probably focus on fantasy. And I think so I think we are going to get lots of content. I think the multiplayer will get sold finally. I think the multiplayer mode, the new Last of Us online multiplayer game will get sold off. Definitely. I think that will happen. But part 3, to end the show, I can't see it, but I hope so. But the second one I think what could end the show, and I think most likely could be, is Ghost of Tsushima Part 2. Ghost of Tsushima 2. Ghost of Tsushima 2, I think it's going to be the big fucking end, because I think, I know reports been going on that it's in development. To me, it should make another 2 because it's so fucking well. I think, and plus getting a movie too, so I think that will be probably end the show. And talk about what the Ghost of Tsushima, which I hate to put this in there, but it always do. Some companies always put trailers or and that movies announcements, because we all know we're getting the Ghost of Tsushima movie, but I think they're going to announce the release date. I'd probably get a teaser, you know what I mean, with a logo, you know what I mean, with a release date. I think that will most probably will happen too. Now, the other stuff I think about is Metal Gear Solid. Now, there have been reports for the last year that we are going to get a remake of Metal Gear Solid. Now, there have been other reports coming out lately that we get a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. Which, again, I'm not mold because both amazing games. I imagine that with up-to-date engines, which could be fucking cool. Especially you do like the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remakes. If you do it that type of way, it could be cool. And me wishful thinking, I think it could announce like remake 1, 2, and 3 in one package, but I can't see that. Most likely it's going to do it separately if it's going to remake all 3. If not, it'll be one of those games, you know what I mean? I think that's most likely going to announce. There's not reporters saying the same story, so I got a feeling that, yeah, that's going to be announced. And the no remake, I think we're going to get a no remake announcement too, which is I got a feeling it's going to be Dino Crisis. I don't know why, because I hear rumours that Dino Crisis is in development. And honest to God, yeah, I want it. I do want a Dino Crisis remake because it's underrated. I think it is a good game. Imagine the same treatment, like I said before, with Resident Evil remakes. Imagine that with Dino Crisis. That could be huge. I think that will get sold off here too. And now, the other stuff I think we'll probably get mentioned is PlayStation Plus. We're going to get our next, next month games or a month after games too, you know what I mean? Whoa, we get the next 2 months, you know what I mean? I think that will probably happen too. But I think we are going to get another day one release. Again, we're not going to be part of the basic tier. I can't see it. It could be years ago, I'd say yes, like the Oddworld game. But because of it got 3 tiers now, and especially since Stray, I done it with other 2 games. I think this month it's done with Humanity is called, the puzzle game, which is a day one release on the second tier and the third tier. And I got a feeling the game is going to announce another one, and this game, again, not many people talk about this because people were hyped for this game, but it got forgotten because it had no news for it. It Dealt Inside. I think it's called that. Yeah, Little Dealt Inside, sorry. I think that game is going to be a day one release on PlayStation Plus. Just because how quiet it's gone. No one talking about it. Not even the developers talking about it. And even the store page, you can't even buy it or pre-order it, you know what I mean? And it's not like it's a crappy game. It looks gorgeous. The art style looks unique. the story looks interesting and mysterious, and it's one of those games that they got first announced. I think it's on the list of PS5 showcase. They announced the PS5 price that we actually see this game, and I said I want this game, and it got so much of showcases, and with different release dates, and out of nowhere it got delayed. Like I think it came out last June, got delayed to September, something like that. Got delayed then, and since then, no news. So I think that could be a day one title. Again, I could be more probably wrong, but I'm going by that game is so fucking quiet. So quite Stray. Don't forget, Stray went quiet in it for months and months, saying what's happening to this game, and out of nowhere, Sony said, "Oh, it's coming out on this month, and you can play for free if you got PlayStation Plus." You know what I mean? The middle tier and the top tier. So I think that's what could happen. I can see it happening. Now, Whistle Thinking, did a couple of Whistle Thinking games like Chrono Trigger. Like, I want that game, especially a remake. I meant a remake of that, because that game is amazing, and I can't see it because that's one franchise that people want to see more of. But again, it could happen. But again, that's wishful thinking, you know what I mean? And that's basically it I expect from the Sony show. Sorry, from the PlayStation show. And it could be interesting. Now, the VR titles. Now, to me, it do need to live heavy on the VR titles, because what I've been hearing is the VR2 helmets it's sold, but it haven't sold their target. Like, again, I wouldn't say it's a flop yet, but it's a memory of the PS3 that first came out. Yeah, that they got sold, but not as many what it first got to do. And the problem was, what is the price and the games? So to me, it needs to kill titles announcements here, and probably I can't see doing this. So maybe a couple months down the line, do a price cut. You know what I mean? I think a price cut will make sense. Because you talk about, like I said, spending £500 for the machine and then another £500 for the helmet. I know people will say, yeah, but it's powerful, all that. Yeah, I know. But compared to the Oculus 2, which is around the same price with that, and you don't need a fucking PC, you know what I mean? To play it, you know what I mean? With this real helmet, you need a fucking PS5, you know what I mean, to play it. So that's the problem I got with the VR2. Like I said before, me personally, it's my eyes and I can't play more than half an hour. That's sort of me. But I can see other people who are heavily invested in VR are put off by the price tag. I put the game, what I see so far now, there's not that many kill games out. I want to buy that, helmet for that game, you know what I mean? And another most likely thing will happen, which I've been hearing reports, is a new console in the year. Yeah, again, before you say, no, it's not going to be the Pro console. It's going to be, what you call it, redesign model. There's been reports saying that they're making a PS5, same specs or that, but you can remove the disc drive and put, if that way you can replace it easily. To me, I think that is a good design, to be honest with you. And I think that will come out. And if it got common sense, it'll probably make it a bit more cheaper too. It should, you know what I mean? So, I think the Pro, there is rumour that there's a Pro, but I think that will be this year. It could be like next year or year after, you know what I mean? If there's going to be a Pro. Now, the handheld, I think that could be an announcement this year, but to me, I'm not interested. If the report is true that it's only for like a Steam thing on it, it's like, no. If it's sort of like a Vita 2, though, I'd be like, okay, I'd be interested. But it's sort of like I said, a Steam thing that you can stream your PS5 games onto your handheld with your Wi-Fi. No, I mean, that's not for me, know what I mean? So, that's all I got to say, basically. So, my question today is, what announcement you want for the show? I'd like to hear it. And that's it. So, if you like this video, please leave a like. You'll see more what I said. Please subscribe to my channel. And this been a Brit Who Cares. See you on the next one.